Hello, this is Keith with Watts Team Real Estate. I wanted to go over a regular residential purchase agreement because I get a lot of questions about what is normal, who pays what costs. And the easiest, simplest answer to the question is 100% of these items are negotiable. But what happens is, depending on who the homeowner is, we have a different negotiating dynamic. In today's market, we have bank-owned or bank restricted properties like short sales where there is company-wide policies at the bank not to pay for certain items, and then we have standard equity sellers which you really can negotiate everything, but they are accustomed to a certain type of offer. So on this one, just real quick, we'll start out with what is standard on a regular residential purchase agreement with an equity seller. We're going to fill in our price, our date. We're going to tell them how much the security deposit is for, and obviously I don't want to get into the absolute leverage associated with this negotiation. I just want to show you what standard is. Getting into how much you should put at each one of these items or how much you should offer, that more has to do with supply and demand and how badly you want the property. For the purpose of this demonstration, I just want to show you what is normal and sort of what is industry standard. So down here, this is the meat and potatoes of the report under section 4, allocation of costs, and this is who pays what. And under a regular purchase agreement offer with an equity seller, the seller tends to pay for a termite inspection and for termite clearance of section 1. And it ranges between about $500 and $1,200. And sellers all the time say, why should I have to pay for that? My answer is because most buyers assume they're buying a house. They're not buying a house with termites. So if they're walk into a structure and they see a nice pretty structure, they want to buy a nice pretty structure. They don't want to buy the opportunity for termites to be living there with them not knowing about it. So they're saying, hey, we assume the house is clean, can you just prove it to us? So here we go, seller's choice of who does the report, and they will pay to have it cleared. Under item 4A, under allocation of costs, sellers shall pay for a natural hazard disclosure report. That's usually about $80, and it's expected to pay. The seller is expected to have the smoke detectors installed and working, and any other minimum compliance, which varies from city to city. One I can think of is we have earthquakes in California, so you got to strap the water heater. Under escrow and title, it's really standard for each to pay their own. Unless a buyer is asking for concessions, where they're asking for money back from the seller to handle their closing costs, each paying their own is standard. Under title insurance, the seller provides a title policy called the homeowner's policy, and then the buyer will have to buy what's called a lender policy if they are getting a loan. So under here we have seller pays for the owner's title policy because they own the home. Under other costs, these are negotiable, and they might not even be applicable. If it's not an HOA, there's obviously no HOA transfer fee, no HOA documentation fee, and then city transfer tax and county transfer tax, those may not be applicable either. Down under item 6, sellers shall pay for the cost not to exceed $450 of a home warranty. It's really standard for a buyer to ask for a home warranty from the seller. I mean, they're selling them the home, so they want to make sure it's warranted for a year. Now, this is a standard sale equity seller purchase agreement. If this was a bank, a couple things I can promise you you're not going to get. You're not going to get termite, and you are not going to get home warranty. They're still going to do title insurance. They are still going to do the natural hazard disclosure report. So that's the easiest way to put it. You're going to want to get a termite report, which your agent as a buyer can get for you so that you know what you're buying with the termites, and you're going to probably still want to buy yourself a home warranty because they're nice to have for the first year you live in the home. So in this marketplace, those are the two items that you can expect to have eliminated if you're writing an offer on a short sale or an equity seller. You can probably go ahead and ask for us and expect to get them. So I hope that clears up the residential purchase agreement as it relates to writing an offer. And if you're an equity seller out there and someone writes an offer on your home, this is sort of you can expect to have the offer written in this fashion. They are not asking for a lot if they request termite, and they're not asking a lot if they request for the home warranty. Very standard. I would be shocked if you didn't get an offer that wanted those two items. So thanks very much. If you have any questions, go ahead and click on the contact us link, and we'll be happy to reach out to you and answer anything you have in regards to this. And of course, we'll talk a little bit more about negotiating a purchase agreement at a later date. Thanks so much, and have a wonderful day.